kindergarten, we started number talks. Number talks are when we show different numbers in different ways, like a tens frame, maybe random dots, other things like that. And when we show them, we only flash them to the kids, and then the kids have to think of what number they saw, and they get to share different ways that they saw it. Maybe they counted to use a strategy, maybe they counted on from seeing a group of numbers, or maybe they used even an equation. And yes, kindergartners can use equations. It's been so cool to see the kids be able to share their strategies with each other and not just get stuck on one strategy, use different ones.
One of the things that we started to implement this year are number talks. And I have found since starting that it has really helped my students be a lot more confident in their math skills, especially their mental math. I've had pretty much all of my students grow in some way as far as their mental math, and seen them use it throughout the day and not even realize it.
So number talks are my favorite part of the week because I love when we get to see how the numbers go together. As with like making tens, I was so mind blown.
I like number talk because you can disagree and agree with people. Number talks are my favorite part of math because they're like you get to have enough time to think about what the problem's about.
Another thing that we started in math this year was using more problem solving. And I was a little scared at first as in kindergarten to do problem solving, but when we do it, the kids come up with so many different ways to solve one problem. And we also give them problems that don't necessarily have one answer to it so that other people can find different ways and different answers to go about doing that problem.
One of my favorite parts of the day is when we do problem solving. When we're creating the questions that we're making for the kids to be working through in problem solving, we try to leave them very open-ended because of all the different ways that kids can kind of imagine things and understand things. And one really great thing I like about it is they can explain what they've been doing in different ways.
Problem solving is my favorite thing in math, and it helps me using the place value blocks. So that's how I get my work done mostly, and I like to draw pictures. This year I'm learning new strategies for math, like place value, find tens, and regrouping. They help me figure out problems.
Have helped our students in math this year is that we are really working on pairing them together. It just depends on what the activity is and how they can support each other with their math activity. There's lots of good conversation happening in these math groups. We use a lot of sentence frames to help support the language that they need to explain their thinking with their math talks just among each other.
We work with our partners so we can talk about our thinking.
Working with a partner helps me because it gives me confidence to say like about the problem what I think, because it helps me better think which problem or which answer is the best, because he tells me if I'm wrong or right, or he says I think the answer is A or B, and it helps me better this year.
So working with others helps me because I'm really mental and I always do things in my head, but my friends, they always do things on the paper and it always helps them there. So whenever I'm with them, I always see different strategies, and whenever we do different strategies, I always learn how to solve problems more.
Another tool that we are working towards is having technology as a quick assessment or an exit ticket for each lesson. There are different apps and things available where students can answer a quick question, and it groups the students so that I can see quickly and easily which ones have it and which ones don't, and how to reteach and who needs to be retaught. They can also group the students where it tells me how they solved it, and that way I can take the students who solved it one way and help them, or students who solved it another way. It's a work in progress, as we don't have devices for everyone.
In my class, I have a large group of ELL students. Using technology has really helped them with using vocabulary. They use a lot of manipulatives, take pictures of what they've created, whether it's word problems or addition stories, patterns, and it just really helps them to use the good vocabulary that they've been working on in class.
When we were doing geometry on the iPad GeoBoards, we were making geometric shapes. It's a lot funner than a regular GeoBoard because you never run out of rubber band. You can make whatever you want, however you want it to look, and you can never run out of rubber bands.
A lot of the technology we've been using recently has been project-based. It's been less game playing, but more exploring, more where the students are actually able to create and do things on their own.